I'm not going to play in the game full time anymore. No more. None. All right, you're going to see what I'm talking about when I talk about living with 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the system, living on the bike. Okay, I think I need to clear some things up and also thank a whole bunch of you that subscribed. Like 1,200 of you new followers, and I'm telling you, it matters. What I want to reiterate, and just real quick, is about my video on jury duty. And people are giving me kind of a hard time, big hard time, and a lot of support on how I live on the bike. I've got things here at the shed, right? This is my backstory, the bike. I live on it. I'm a retired mountain guide in Alaska. We won't go into that. Lots of videos. But I'm going to tell you about some of the comments, something that happened that relates to the comments, and also why I've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. What does that mean? I'm not playing in the system. I'm not doing anything illegal. Nothing against the law. I just live the way that I want to live. The way I want to live. I do play in the game. I've got 1 foot in. It's impossible to be off grid, right? We've all talked about it. It's like, hey, you're not off grid. Well, no, I never said I was completely off grid. What I say, and I say it over and over, is I'm kind of on the fence. You know, I haven't jumped one way or the other. I can't really be off grid completely. Nobody can. But some of the comments were interesting. And as I pack and unpack and pack again for the next leg, I'll be gone all summer. You'll be following me, hopefully, if you're following me, and you'll see what I'm talking about how I lived out of the country and I was able to just do my thing and pay my taxes, have a passport, even here, and not have an address and not have a permanent home. I moved out of Alaska, retired from cold weather carpentry and mountain guiding, got on my bike, and I said, I'm never going back until I have to. Of course I'm going to die. I'm going to have to stop pedaling. But for now, it keeps me alive. It keeps me healthy. And the way that I'm living keeps me happy. And if you're young or my age, I'm 60. You know, if you're 20 or 19, it doesn't matter what age you are. If you want to live the way you want to live, start planning it now. I waited too long, although I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm very happy. I have 2 daughters, twin girls that are all grown up now, and I'm good friends with my former wife, and I have a really good life. It's hard. It's not easy. I'm not out here in the gutter without a job either. I work online in the morning, and I do side projects. I still jump out there and do carpentry at 60 years old. I get out there and play hard with young people, you know, but slower and slower as the years go by, and I'm decided that I'm not going to play in the game full time anymore. No more. None. And so as I cruise along, maybe you'll run into me out there. I'll be out in the Sierras and all over Nevada and then back down to Mexico and all over. But all of you guys and gals who just subscribed, it's the way I live. It's real. It's a real deal. And I'll tell you, watch my old videos. I'll talk more about the old days and Colombia, living in the mountains during COVID, and kind of staying out of that whole thing. And what I did, how I took 1 foot out so I could live my life. Please like and subscribe, man. Appreciate you all. And everybody who's stuck with me the whole time. We're getting ready to up it a notch. Here we go.